Hey guys, this is Almighty here with a phaser tree guide for Guild Wars 2 PvP on the map Forest. Phaser tree is a Mesmer skill that allows you to teleport backwards. You can use it to move forward and to get to spots that are really cool. So, quick disclaimer. I understand that there are a lot of videos that explain phaser tree and places that you can do it already on YouTube in the Guild Wars 2 community. However, I wanted to make this video because I feel that those guides are inadequate at explaining and providing commentary for how to do every jump. Some of them just have like the video of them doing it with some corny music in the background. Other ones don't show you every spot, or they don't explain like how to really get it done. Some of them go fast and you can't see where the guy was standing or kind of where the guy was aiming to do it. They just showed you like you can get from point A to B, which is cool as seeing like the awesome shit Mesmer has at its disposal, but it's not good for teaching people who want to learn and get better on Mesmer. So that's what this guide is for people who just need a proper explanation and want to really know how to practice it. So we'll start the guide with what the fuck is a forward phaser tree. So you go into options and you have this control option called about face. You bind it to whatever, and essentially what it does is it makes your character turn around like 180 degrees. Really useful. Besides phaser tree, you can use it as like juke jumps. Oh, I fucked that up. You like jump and then press about face and like turn around, and 9 times out of 10 the person jumps off the map or jumps off wherever you're going to. Anyway, to do a forward phaser tree, about face, phaser tree, about face. Right? You could do it really fast, and it kind of just looks like you were walking the whole time. It's really useful, and I'll show you a forward one in a second. Just practice doing that forward phaser tree. So on mine, there's one really useful spot I like to do. Um, if you're in a lot of trouble, you can use blink to get up here, and that'll save you a lot of the times. But you don't have to use blink unless you're about to die. Otherwise, save blink for when you're actually about to die, and use phaser tree. Phaser tree will get you up here too. The trick to doing phaser tree from here is that you have to aim pretty much at where you want to go. So like aim from here or aim from here. Then you kind of have to stand like on this rock platform. Like you see how there's a divide here? You have to be on this side. If you stand over here, I think you can do it too. No, you get fucked up. So like just stand over here. And you can also stand over here. I think like you can also get behind it by doing like phaser treat over here or something. But like they're so unpredictable that the safest way to do it is just to stand up here. And then aim up there. Like you might get lucky with those other ones I explained, but fuck it. So the next one is over here. This wall coming up right here, you can't blink through it, you can't shoot projectiles over it, you really can't like do anything. You can only walk through the door, which is gonna waste a lot of time. And it's a chokehold, right? Someone could put a ring of warding in here and you're screwed. But Mesmer has phaser tree. So the trick for this one is like look at these 3 columns, aim directly at the middle one. Right? Like walk directly towards the middle one. Then you see this little rock thing on the floor with this jagged edge. Use this edge as like an indicator of where you need to stand. I like to stand pretty much at the tip of the edge, aiming at the third wall, or the middle wall, I mean. Then you blink and you land up here. Or you phaser tree and you land up here. You can't even blink for this one. If you're over here, or you're aiming over here, you're not going to get it. If you're aiming over here, you're probably not going to get it either. It only works like right here, pretty much. Which is like indicated by that middle post right here. So I'll do that one again running, because these aren't useful if you have to stand still. So I did it first person so you could see where I was aiming. Again, middle column, right here. Go for it. So the next one is like the stairs. Meta Battle recommends you learn this one on their guide, but I think it's kind of useless because you could just walk around the corner of the stairs and it doesn't really buy you that much time. It's kind of for lazy people. The much more useful one is to get up here. I see a lot of Mesmers in PvP like use their blink to get up here, but that's a misplay. Again, only use blink when you're totally getting your ass whooped and you're gonna die otherwise, because you can instead just phaser treat up here. This one's really forgiving, so you can like do it as long as you're within 600 units, which is like this whole space. You can kind of do it anywhere up here. You can also do it this way. Oh, and the directionality like doesn't even matter as long as you're looking at the cliff. Like you could do it from an angle. You could even do it diagonally, I think, which is like you stand on the middle of the point and just phase retreat backward. Yep, perfect. Really easy. I think the one thing that doesn't work is if you try to do it diagonally but you aim a little sideways, like that one might mess you up. So keep that in mind. The next super useful one is here, and it's like right on the middle of keep, and it'll blink you up to the top of keep. So the trick, there's this little crack like at the top of the roof of this building thing. You can't stand on this side, and you can't stand on this side. You have to be directly in the middle, and you have to be on this little black dot. Yeah, like right there, exactly. This one's kind of hard because if you're not right there, you're not going to make it. Then you blink up there. So what's this useful for? Say you're fighting someone on the point and like you get +1 by thief, or a warrior went rampage and you need to disengage, right? Pop your chaos armor, you can walk over here and like jump around the corner. This requires you to jump on the ledges things, but like when you're jumping you can't be using skills. So if someone is jumping after you to attack you, they're not attacking you this whole time because they're jumping and trying to chase you, right? You can get around the top here, jump down here, blink, right? As long as the person followed you down, like you just bought so much time because like a warrior in Juggernaut is not going to be able to blink back up here like you. So that's going to buy you enough time to get a full 100% decap. Against slower professions or noobs that don't really know where you went, this is enough time to get a full cap on the point, assuming that when the person comes around the corner, you crowd control them and stop them there. You have a few ways to do this. You can like Phantasmal Berserker to cripple them. You can, if you have confounding suggestions, power lock them and they'll get stunned. You can use Illusionary Wave with power lock or something. A lot of times, if people see Mirror Blade coming, or if they see Phantasmal Berserker being created, they're going to dodge, and then once they dodge, you can knock them back and stun them. You can even like Mirror Blade and then fake it and steal your weapon at the last second, so that they waste a dodge, but you still have the Mirror Blade. The next one is over here, and this will get you up to the top from here. This one's like really difficult. This one and this one on this side. But essentially what you have to do is use these white dots as like a line. I like to kind of run up at them from this angle. And you kind of want to aim up there. So let's try it. Perfect. So I'll go over that again. Use these two dots as an indicator for like your threshold of where to go and aim up at the top. Practice that one a ton because it's pretty hard. The next one is the same thing from this side. What I like to do for this one is there's like this black dot or like dark area right here. It kind of stands out when you zoom out as like the dark spot. Maybe 1 foot, so like literally right here to the left, is where you want to stand and you want to be aiming at the top. I fucked up. This one's easier to do when you're running, but again, like look for that black dot, look at where you want to aim, and then run up here and do it. Perfect. What I just did is threw down Chaos Armor and phase retreated through it. It's a leap finisher. If you're disengaging, like that'll give you swiftness and prot, and your leap can get you out of a point of trouble. So that's really useful. And I think it can chill the enemy, so like they're slow when they're following you, which is great. So let me go over that one more time because that's hard. And if you have to practice, I want everyone to know what to do. Black dot, stand a little bit to the left. Sometimes I like to stand like to the left and a little bit in front, but kind of like this area that I'm circling right here. That's the spot you want to be in. Aim to the top and it'll work. Alternatively, you can point at the fence with your blink, so not down here at the fence. Oh, wait. Yeah, it has to be on this side, like this corner. And that'll blink you up there. That's like if you're really dying, though. Otherwise, just do the phase retreat. So the next one I want to go over is here, right? A lot of times, people are chasing you down keep, and you're like running for your life. So you can like come up here, right? And then they're gonna have to come around the corner. At this point, you can like dodge jump, blink, and get up here. This is superior disengage because like if you try and chase someone and you come up here, like the amount of times I've had noobs try to chase me and like get caught, and then they like spend forever jumping and finally get up and I'm already gone. Like that's great. the trick for this one, right? There's these. You can kind of do it first from anywhere in here because it's really forgiving. But what I use as a proxy is like these two squares. I just stand like right at the middle of them, and I kind of just aim back and blink up there. Again, I think you could do it from the water and like from pretty much anywhere over here. Let's try some other spots. Yeah, very easy to do, so don't have to worry about that one being hard. The next one, these aren't as useful because like it's pretty rare that you're ever going to be here, but I want to show you them just in case. You could blink up here to the corner. This is really useful if you're in a 1v1 on beach, actually. And you can blink up here to this corner. So the way that I like to do this corner is like use this torch and just walk like directly diagonally towards it from the torch, right? So aim towards this ledge. You're not going to be able to blink like back here in the corner, so don't try coming around from that side or anything. I just use this torch and like blink up there. You can also do it from this side, like standing right here. I think like the edge of the wall works too. Yeah. And you could do the same on this other side back here. And these spots right here in the middle are pretty forgiving. This one, like the diagonal one, is just a good indicator for me. Yeah. And this one you can, I think, jump around here and get out, which is like so cool because people don't normally walk up there and they're going to get confused really easily. So then the last one I want to explain is on Henge by the blue side, and this one is like super easy. This point, Henge, is like a Mesmer's dream. You can phase retreat through so many places. Um, Trick being these two corners here and these two corners here, you can phase retreat up to. So like the indicator is the point of Henge itself. You have to be in the thick white ring or past it. So like anywhere over here, but you can't be in like this middle area or it's going to be too short and you're going to end up right there. But as long as you are either in the thick part or outside of it, it's going to give you enough distance to clear up to one of these landings. So I'll show you that. There you go. Most people have no clue how to get up there. They're going to projectile you, at which point you can LOS, cast your mantras, invis, and then get back in the fight once you've bought yourself some time. But a lot of people, especially in like hot join and unranked, are going to just walk up here to try and chase you. And then by the time they get on there, or up here, A, could have gotten a decap. B, you could just walk down and blink to the other side. And you could do this over and over again, and then you can like blink, even use your real blink to get up there if you're super low. Additionally, people in ranked or in a tournament who have some experience with kiting are going to come up here and do this jump, right? You stand over here, you then jump onto the corner here, you then jump over here, and then you have like another jump to get up here. People are going to do that to disengage, and if someone's disengaging from you and you need to chase them, then you can just do the blink and get up there even faster and pressure them while they're coming up. If they're in this corner right here, like they're stuck, they have one more jump to do, and when they're jumping they can't use skills, so that's like a perfect spot for you to burst someone. And again, this spot is just so much for you to get around, for you to heal, for you to jump down, for you to blink to the next one. Like, it's a little playground. There's also a spot, not a phase retreat spot, but like a jump spot over here. If you like walk this wall and keep jumping along the corner, you'll like get up there. But I mean, with phase retreat, you don't really have to do anything. Like, I don't know why I'm not even getting this. Yeah, like that. I just jump dodged. And you can like walk up here to the back. But I don't know. Like with phase retreat, I don't ever really find a need to get up here. Yeah. But yeah, that's Henge on this side. So those spots that I went over are super useful. Hopefully I provided enough detail for like exactly where you need to stand and exactly where you need to aim to get. But if you learn those basic spots that I went over, you'll have like so much fun and such an easy time kiting and disengaging from fights on Mesmer. Like playing a Zerk class or a Shatter Mez, like you want to be able to survive as much as possible, and these points are really going to be useful in keeping you alive because enemies are going to blow their burst on you since you're the squishiest. So if you can take a burst and get away, that means that the enemy team is probably eating your team's burst. Um, So it's just really useful to know these spots and to get them down practice. Sorry I had to do it with this fucking shitty staff. I'm working on my legendary. I just need the precursor. So if you learned something from this video and want to donate me some 20 silver, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, like, subscribe, leave me a comment for questions, message me in game. My character name is Lord Space Almighty, and I'd be happy to show you some spots and practice with you on Forest if you need more details. Additionally, coming soon will be later maps. Next map I'm going to do is Legacy, because that one has a ton of fun spots, and it's the second map in rotation for tournaments. After that, I'll do Kylo, because that's like the third map, and then Temple, which also has some cool spots. I don't think I'm going to touch Spirit Watch or Skyhammer, because I hate those maps. And I haven't had a time to explore Stronghold yet, which might have some cool ones, but I'll mess with that when HOT comes out. Otherwise, have fun practicing, and thank you guys for watching. See ya.